Hello, and welcome to yet again XFM Friday, Series 2, Episode 35, taking place on April 19th, 2003. Once again, and as always, thank you, Rusty Dog, for making these videos. Good on you. Amazing work. And that's it for that voice. I actually really like that voice. But yeah, I can't maintain that for a long time because my emotions get the most of me. Also, Echo. Echo's back because sleeping in my room again. It's so cool. I'm so close to getting this place the way I want it to be. Like, okay, maybe it's at 40%, but that 60% is coming. It's so close, I can smell it. I'm so freaking excited. That kind of worked out something with the lighting. I don't know. Everything is a work in progress. Give me a month. Hopefully. Oh, I hope. If it's more than a month, that'd blow. But whatever. Anyway, XFM Friday. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm happy. All is well in Mandyland, so can't complain. Let's go.
Bono, you should be a weatherman, because once again you've predicted wrongly. It's not a beautiful day at all, is it, Stephen? That was U2, XFM 104.9.
I don't know where my pink pencil
Ricky Gervais,
is.
Steve Merchant, Claire Sturgis.
Oh, I should have known. I should have known. It was a Claire episode because Carl said he was gonna bounce next week. Okay, that makes sense. I have no idea where my pink pencil is. I might have lost it in the move. I don't know if I've had it since after I set everything up. I don't know. This is all I got right now. And the Philomena Kunk is hilarious because, dude, if anybody's ever properly watched anything Kunk, she's female Carl. It's just, that's what's up. And like the freaking Kunk on Britons are very comparable to an Idiot of Ride. I mean, it's basically the same character, just gender bended. All right. Let's go.
Bono, you should be a weatherman, because once again you've predicted wrongly. It's not a beautiful day at all, is it, Stephen? That was U2, XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Claire Sturgis.
Claire Sturgis in for Carl Pilkington.
Carl Pilkington is on holiday, as we speak.
Where has he got? Mauritius, was it?
Madeira. I think, with his girlfriend's parents. You remember last week he was worried they'd never been abroad, and her dad was saying, what's the way to pack tea bags?
Yeah.
Carl's going, you get him over there. He was going, we'll put him in a jar.
I love that you wrote that out.
Carl's going, you get him over there. He was going, we'll put him in a jar. Goes, put him in a jar. I phoned him up in the week, just before he went, I think Friday, said, have a nice time. And, out Sunday, and he said, guess what he's doing now? What he said? He's packing margarine.
Of course he is.
Oh, bless him.
My dad does that.
I didn't recognize any of that, by the way. What are these things? They all look delicious, but the only thing I've eaten of all that is the Cadbury caramel chocolate. Everything else is just like, I have no idea what that is. What's a bistro best? Like, it looks like it's steak, but why would there be steak in a suitcase? What? Okay.
Oh, bless him.
My dad does that. My parents always take tea bags wherever they're going.
Really?
You know, for fear of there being some kind of tea bag drought in France.
Yeah.
You know.
Is it wrong? But I mean,
I don't know. Is it because of maybe English breakfast tea you can't get over there? So
you can.
Can you though? I mean,
you
can.
can
get pizza chips.
You know, you
tea
can
is probably the single most popular drink in the world.
I know, but what about the fancy foreign teas, your Earl Greys and the like?
Well, I don't know.
Because I want good English breakfast. Don't bother me with Earl Grey. I don't know what that cup of tea is. It's not tea to me. It's laughable. It's weak. It's pathetic. It's ugh.
Do you know what? Earl Grey with a little bit of skimmed milk isn't so bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And is your husband a fan?
We've started, eh? It's all off already, isn't it? It's all
started.
Having a go at each other. Sometimes sort of pretending, you know.
Sometimes pretending we're not close mates. You know,
yeah,
close
and,
friends, you know.
All that innuendo and that.
Oh, smutty.
Yeah. And I got a freaky goggle-eyed thing. I go too far. I sometimes go too far. I do ruin it when I go too far. So let's be nice. Wow. Let's have a bit of Blur.
Yes.
Well,
clever man.
Good that you recognize it.
Fat man.
Nice little segue there.
Time. We've got a whole hour and 50 minutes to go on the Ricky Gervais Steve Merchant Show. XFM
I hope we have
104.9.
one of those after every record.
Wait, did he say 50 minutes to go? Because sometimes they say it's like 3 hours, and they like just started. I'm not sure how the timing of this works, but whatever.
Hey, aren't they? I think if you were actually like a proper DJ, if you actually tried to do the Dr. Fox thing, I think you'd be quite good.
Really? I think I could only survive doing that sort of post 11 p.m.
What's the doctor?
Quiet things down now.
Yeah.
I love all that.
Yeah.
That
Late
sort of
night radio.
That American jock type thing
exactly.
as well. I listen to Saga Radio now sometimes.
What?
It's on digital. I think it's radio for the over 50s.
That was like the most British whatever.
I listen to Saga Radio now sometimes.
What?
It's on digital. I think it's radio for the over 50s.
Yeah.
And it plays. It was playing Cliff Richards this morning. It played Sammy Davis Jr. It played the Beatles' "Here Comes the Sun," and I was loving it. I was thinking, there's
Well, it's aimed at your age group.
yeah, exactly. And I've got a bad back. I've been complaining of a bad back all week. He's been ill.
Don't even start
We
with me.
haven't worked this week. He's been ill with the flu.
Still not bad. I'll tell you this. Wednesday morning, I think it was, I woke up and I had the head, the sore throat, the aching body, and I immediately thought I've got the SARS virus. I really did. I genuinely, because I've always been a bit of a hypochondriac. I mean, Ricky pretends to be, but I genuinely was petrified.
My brain went so somewhere else. So far off. So thank you for putting that up there, because don't ask. I don't even want to share because it was like a full Carl moment. But, okay, thank you, because I was like, okay, that was casual of him to say that with what I was thinking. Never mind.
I really did. I genuinely, because I've always been a bit of a hypochondriac. I mean, Ricky pretends to be, but I genuinely was petrified.
That doesn't make sense, does it? How can you pretend to be a hypochondriac? No, I am a hypochondriac, and you are genuinely always ill. You always you've always got a bit of a snuffle off.
So I'm justified in thinking it might be the deadly
You're a
SARS
sickly
virus.
child. I don't know what's happened to you.
Well, I think I will be.
It's so much to do with West Country breeding, and you haven't. I don't know. No, he hasn't got normal sort of barriers to sort of flu and cold.
His immune system is all
Claire, look at him.
I'm quite a weak child.
Yeah, I know.
I'll probably die in a garret having written some bloody brilliant poetry. But then I'll die of consumption.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I went online to check out what exactly the symptoms of the SARS virus were. And
Seriously?
Seriously, I did. I was so panicked. So I went to go online, and it was exactly what I had. It
is a strain of flu. That's why.
Exactly. That was the thing. That's what I had. So I was thinking to myself, because it said the incubation period was between 2 and 7 days. I thought, well, where have I been that I could maybe have got contact with people from? And then I thought, wait a minute, BAFTAs. I think I brushed against a couple of the guys from Banzai.
I know.
Brushed.
I'm thinking, hang on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I was suddenly getting a little bit eggy, because, I mean, there was a lot of people. There's like 1,500 people at the BAFTAs. So, I mean, any one of them could be carrying it.
Yeah.
So I was
Dude,
really...
but honestly, any bus, any subway, contact with either kids that go to school or, like, school teachers, worst thing ever. I remember mentioning this a long time ago, because the hypochondriac thing came up at some point, and I told you guys that one of the people I work with at the theater, that isn't one of my brothers, like another one, super hypochondriac. Everybody always makes fun of him. He makes fun of himself all the time because it's ridiculous. Like, every day he was, on the edge of having a stroke or a heart attack, or like he would go big with his symptoms too, right? Like, he had the tiniest little cough ever, and he was thinking like massive hemorrhaging, or just like it was extreme, right? So he was always on the verge of just a coma, not dying, but a coma. And so it got to a point where every time he wasn't feeling well, it was like that cry wolf thing where everybody was like, all right, what now, And homie got tuberculosis. He did, and he disappeared. They put him in quarantine for 2 months, which is big bummer. And I saw him the other day. He came back from the dead. He was fine, too. I, asked him, okay, were those 2 months, horrible? Were you dying? He's like, nah. It wasn't fun, but it wasn't, the bad time you would imagine, or especially a hypochondriac would imagine. Now, his whole family and stuff is getting tested to make sure they don't get it, or they didn't get it, but it make no sense. He did everything right, dude. But, oh my God, man. of all the things that could have happened to him, like actually happen, tuberculosis is heavy, dude. So it's a scary world for the hypochondriac, because one day there will be a wolf, man, and nobody's gonna take him seriously. I don't even know. I think he found out because he went to like a routine check too. Like it wasn't. I don't know, dude. Scary. That's just tic tac for thought.
Just panicked, but them could be carrying it.
Yeah.
So I was really just panicked, but I didn't immediately rush to the doctors.
No.
Because you've got to wait for ages down there. Dr. Shah's brilliant, but you've got to queue up for ages, because it's down in Swiss Cottage where I live, and I'll tell you, there's some dregs in there in the waiting room. Oh man alive! People who've just gone in there to read the magazines. And they're just sat there. There's some people who just waste the doctor's time. That's what annoys me. A lot of old people, a lot of Saga listeners, who just waste people's time.
I know. I went to accident emergency once because I'd done my leg in, and I'll tell you what, you look round and you think, oh, look at all these people. Look at these. They should be. There's hardly of any of them.
That was Eleanor Rigby, dude. The way he said it.
Accident emergency once because I'd done my leg in, and I'll tell you what, you look round and you think, oh, look at all these people.
Oh, look
at
at
these. They should be. There's hardly of any of them weren't handcuffed to someone.
Exactly. I know.
You know what I mean? You go to Casual on a Friday night, and it's like, oh, awful.
Yeah, and there's and so I mean, it was that thing. Well, I could either go to Dr. Shah, but that's NHS, or I could go to one of the Medi centres. They charge money, Claire, and I mean, I know it's a killer disease, but I'm not making cash.
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't.
Because what if it isn't? That's money wasted.
You don't get your money back, do you?
I mean, I really need him to say you've got the deadly SARS virus for it to be worth the 80 quid.
Exactly.
And as I suspected that, it was 50-50, I decided not. I decided to ride it out.
Yeah.
And, thankfully, so far, I've not died.
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay, so,
you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's lucky. So,
I noticed that I phoned him up. I said, I don't think I can work. And I mean, Ricky's a close friend of mine. I've known him for a time now, and I really consider him one of my best mates. But I'll be honest with you, you didn't rush round with a bowl of soup. Did you?
I don't want to catch it, do I? There's no point in both of us being ill.
Well, this was the implication, because it wasn't that you explicitly said, in this relationship, you're the one that's expendable. But that was the sort of underlying suggestion I felt.
No, I just thought, to be honest, I thought I could do with a day off as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought, well,
so
don't
go around,
worry then.
take some soup.
Tennis.
Yeah.
No, but, I was,
What's wrong with your back then, Rick?
I don't know. I think it's just age. I don't know. I don't get things seen to, so it's just been hurts when I tie my shoelaces. That's why I'm wearing clogs. It's so much easier. Drawstring trousers and clogs,
You
but
used to go to the doctor a lot more, though. You don't tend to do it now.
Well, I'm not paranoid anymore. I had two flashes when my
Did you say paranoid?
mum died of cancer. Twice, I think I said, oh, there's a lump.
Well, I've been to the doctors twice with him.
Yeah.
Have you? Seriously?
I've seriously sat in a waiting room with him twice.
Well, I just went for the.
mum.
I thought, oh God, I felt them. I didn't need to do it then, did I? I naturally just touched my. But
we should point out that Ricky's mother didn't die of testicular cancer. That it just
no. But I had I thought, oh God, well I've got it now. And I think I went along once with testicular cancer, didn't I?
Yeah, you had the testy problem
dude.
once. I remember because I remember sitting in the waiting room looking through an old Argos catalogue with you for some reason. I think that was the only thing to read.
I thought I had throat cancer, didn't I?
Yeah, because I think you had a bit of a sore throat, didn't you?
But then I think I'm over that. I was just like, sent me a bit. So, it's just
Why
a
were
bad
you fiddling around down below? Because I mean, it wasn't like I called on you to do some work and you said I've got to rush to the doctors. I think it was like lunchtime.
Yeah.
So you'd obviously be meddling around down there.
Well, I know I tested a few times, but I'm never sure.
What, during the day? Well, I mean, can't you do that when you first get, maybe before you go to bed? But not in a restaurant when we're eating dinner.
Yeah, but he likes to, he has to
certainly not spaghetti and kumquats.
Exactly.
That confused me. I don't know where the hands
were. You put
were.
me right off my meatballs.
Oh dear.
But Ricky, just to clear it, you are okay, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. Just a bad back. Yeah, let's have a record, shall we? Bit of Bruce Springsteen, we lovely.
Not like a tumor on your spine or whatever.
And Painkiller on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Claire Sturgis.
Yeah, no, it's good to be here. I'm missing hearing Carl, actually.
Shouldn't mention him, because people remember them. They go, oh yeah.
I know.
We're trying to pretend
genuinely happy.
They go, oh yeah.
I know.
We're trying to pretend.
How are you, Sturgis, by the way? We've not really said hello to you.
I'm very well, thank you,
okay?
yeah.
Do you look forward to these occasions when you get to stand in for Carl?
I get a little bit nervous.
Is it intimidating? I imagine it would be, Carl?
I get...
That's May 2024, not the 24th of May, right? She looks great. So many years later. Like, legit awesome. Especially with this freaking age of like Botox and all the surgeries, and celebrities and people with money are like ruining their faces. Just like bad, like all the filler and stuff. Nobody can move their forehead or anything. Like, it's ridiculous, man. But they're going too far. There's this whole surgery that became popular like last year or 2023 where famous ladies mostly, they remove the buccal fat, I think it's called, like in their cheeks. So they just basically look like it's just, and they look older and unhealthy. They look like skeletal. It's not pretty, and it's not they just look like almost mummified. And so many women did that, and it totally ruined their faces. And that's one of those things that I don't think you can go back from that. Like, I don't think you can be like, all right, put it back. No, because fillers, they dissolve. Botox, it, dissolves, whatevs. But that was a heavy trend that a lot of people fudged up their face, man. So, fantastic.
A little bit nervous.
Is it intimidating?
It is,
although
it
that
is a bit
forehead doesn't
intimidating
look like it moves much, but
Is
whatever.
it intimidating? I imagine it would be.
No, it is a bit intimidating because he's such a funny man. But once I'm here, I'm okay.
He doesn't know he is. It's not like he's doing it on purpose. It's you know what I mean? So
he's a natural.
at least you know what you're saying.
Yes, good point. Yeah,
It's not all downhill, is it?
No, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
It'll be fine. It's only an hour and a half to go. We'll be okay. Can we talk about the BAFTAs? I don't want to sort of go on about the awards and everything.
I don't like to talk about
want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Claire.
Often are the BAFTAs? Because they talk about it like every 5 episodes. Is it like a bi-monthly thing or something? Because they're always talking about it. You would think that'd be something like once a year, but I don't feel like this conversation was a year ago. Their time and my time, because I'm doing one a week as well, so pretty much. But I mean, is it every 6 months or 5 months or 4 months? Like, it's weird, man. It's weird. It's too often.
I mean,
What do you want to know?
What do you want to know? How many you want? Or?
Well, of course I know how many you want. We're all watching, obviously.
Not everyone does, though, Claire. I mean,
how many did you win, Steve?
You might want to remind me.
What, in all, or what? What are you talking about? How many?
Do you mean this year and last?
2 now. 2 last year, 4 in all.
So it's 4 in all. 2 of those are Ricky's, specifically his.
Yeah.
No, Steve, what I really want to talk about was Ricky's white suit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, listen.
Classic.
Well, let me explain. Wow. Never mind all that.
Okay.
One, it's actually, I bought it for a photo shoot because I'm doing this thing. I've got a DVD coming out.
Kind of looks like a David
in
Brent
October,
kind of suit.
and I'm doing a spoof of the front cover of Thriller. So I bought a white suit, and I got it right. And I thought, well, I might as well wear that then now and get it dry clean.
I thought you blagged it.
And
you see,
I thought when I put it on, I looked a bit like Sean Connery as James Bond. Apparently, I look like Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
The little midget guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is, I did watch it back, and there are some resemblances.
I love the
at one point, I did plan, which was I don't know why.
Yeah.
I thought.
Well, when he suggested he was going to wear it, I said that's crazy. I said it's madness because I knew it would come back and haunt him. I got
away with it though.
Well, did you?
No.
I mean, what was it I said to you? We were talking about it, and he said,
"Oh no!" He said, "What are you wearing it with? A sort of white shirt and a white tie." I went, "No. I wear a black tie." He said, "Right." He went, "You should do it with the white shirt and the white tie." He went, do that whole Randall Hopkirk thing, and I went, "That's what I'm worried about." He went, "What? You're worried people think you're a ghost?"
I mean, pathetic. I didn't think it was a good idea. I just love the way that if you're a celebrity, somehow you're allowed to wear, like, nonsense, outrageous clothes because it's going to be expected of you because, you're
But it wasn't
public
mental.
eye.
It wasn't like
But
Graham
there's no-
Norton going in
the
crazy.
timing was
because,
perfect. I got distracted.
somehow
Right?
you're allowed to wear, like, nonsense, outrageous clothes because
Lady
it's going to be
Gaga.
expected of you because, you're
But it wasn't
public eye.
mental. It wasn't like
Had a
Graham
moment
Norton going in
there.
curtains or Jonathan Ross dressing up as Lawrence Bowen. It was just a white suit.
But it's just that thing of, I am. It's cheeky Ricky Gervais here. Look what I'm wearing.
I was worried there was going to be chocolate mousse, though.
Yeah.
Or Johnny Vegas was going to greet me and throw up immediately.
Yeah.
It was sort of like I had to keep away from people.
And what you said.
Does Johnny Vegas have that fame? Did that happen? More than once? Like, what? That's such a weird thing to expect from somebody. The chocolate mousse, I guess. I can get it, but what?
on, but I tell you what, I think it worked with Anne Robinson, didn't it?
Do you think she ended it,
winked at you when you went. She liked you.
She just can't stop that.
No,
she's made it into a catchphrase. But
you made her giggle like a little schoolgirl.
I knew it was safe though to say that thing about her drinking because I'd done a non-broadcast pilot with her this year. For a friend was the producer, and it's a new show called Look Who's Coming to Dinner, and the premise is I choose sort of 6 heroes that are alive, and so. I knew it was all right, so I didn't just go out there and start insulting this poor middle-aged woman. I sort of knew she could take a joke. She's all right. She's obviously she's not really like that. So, yeah.
No, but I loved the way she just giggled like a little girl.
I think she was quite good, actually. I think it's better when she's sort of ad-libbing. I don't think she's as good when she's sort of got lines and she's hitting marks. She's quite good when she's sort of. Like when Peter Kay came on, she went, "Have you dyed your hair?" Yeah. And he went, "Have I dyed my hair?" I said, "What sort of talk is that?" Which I thought was quite nice.
Your quote was good though.
What?
When he went peace, or war.
I just hate it when oh god, celebrities get their political. I've got to say something political because there's all that suffering in the world, and I don't know. It's like those things you see in the papers where it's got general elections or war, and it's got a picture of Billie Piper, just a picture, and it goes Labour, or it's got Ross Kemp. No to war. When would that be influential?
No idea.
It's sort of like you go, someone goes to what do you think of war? I go, well, I don't know. I've made your mind up. Well, no, it's difficult, isn't it? Is it? Well, yeah, because on the one hand...
I don't know where I stand.
Well, exactly, on the one hand you could say that, war is wrong because it causes suffering, but on the other hand, that's a knee-jerk reaction, and some wars are justified, like stopping, fascism or whatever, and, like pacifism, sometimes you have to have defence, so it's not clear and cut. I go, okay, let's make it easier for you. What do you think of the little black one in Sugar Babes? I think she's brilliant. She hates war. That's me. That's me done then.
Exactly. Does that help sway your
yeah, yeah, well, I don't know when it is influential.
Remember when that young au pair was over in America and she got arrested for the murder or the death rather of that young child. I forget her name. Do you remember that story?
Louise Woodward.
Well, do you remember there was a whole section in the paper there where there was I think it was members of Coronation Street saying release her, please release her.
I remember you said you fancied her.
Who's that?
You said you fancied her when it was all happening.
Well,
he said I think he was the danger.
There was an element of that. Do you know what I thought it was?
I would love you to go out with Louise Woodward.
The thing about Wooders...
I kind of feel like Smirch is one of those guys that just likes women. Doesn't matter. As long as they're not fat. Apparently he has a real problem with fat people. But, I don't feel like he has... I don't think he's picky. I don't really think he has a type. I mean... I feel like as long as it's feminine enough, green light. That's my opinion of it. That's the vibe I get off him. I could totally be wrong, obviously, but from what I've heard, I mean, if it fits in a skirt.
What's she doing now?
The thing about Wooders is that she my suspicion was that when she came back and she'd been cleared of it,
she hadn't been cleared of it.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Wasn't she?
No.
I don't think she. I think
no,
it was
she'd done her time, and it was. I think it was manslaughter.
I think.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure about this.
Teetering on the edge of getting.
Well, no. If someone knows, call up. We don't know this, so don't.
Yeah, but I think you're right.
Well, either way, it was a tragic accident, and she wasn't a murderess. That was the clear point, and it just struck me that nevertheless, there would probably be a certain stigma. So she was down, kind of Monroe's on a Wednesday night, looking for a dance. Probably there weren't going to be a lot of guys queuing up for her because they were conscious that, she had this certain reputation. Whereas Ding Dong, Gentleman Steve, I'm happy to step in.
Do you know what? I'd let her babysit because she'd be so careful, wouldn't she? Do you know what I mean? She'd be on real best behaviour.
Yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't be talking about it.
I have no idea what happened.
Now.
Well, if you know.
Okay. Somebody stepped up.
700, 800, 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you're a lawyer and we've said something wrong, let us know now. We'll apologise quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway, good luck to you, Louise. If you're out there listening, good luck. And Ricky.Gervais at XFM.co.uk. That's the
I don't want my name attached in case.
Get in touch.
Yeah. You're free tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm free. For the next 8 years. I think.
Play a record.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet. 10
That was
story
an
love
amazing
song.
projection.
Love
I
song.
love it.
Yeah, 10-story love song from the Stone Dozies.
Yeah, see, it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
It's not. And I'll tell you, it also because I'm a little under the weather still.
Yeah.
So, that's my
I love
excuse.
You've had a week.
I think it's so funny when people do that. But I love that every time he mentions being sick or something, he has to cough. To, like, make it more convincing. Not coughing any other moment, but, oh, yeah, I was under the weather. I love when people do that. It's such a human thing to do. And it looks so stupid.
Cough.
I'll tell
Concentrate.
I mean, I've got cable TV, but there is nothing on, is there, in the daytime? It is just... I mean, I loved Today with Des and Mel.
That's good,
Brilliant.
it's all like that.
I
Was
saw
Joe
Joe
Pasquale on again?
I
He always
love
pops up. I love it when he pops
Joe
up.
Pasquale is an absolute joy.
I love
And
Joe.
people slag
Genuinely,
off
without
Joe.
irony,
Yeah.
I really like Joe Pasquale.
Do you know him? Have you met him?
No, I haven't, no, but I really, really like him. I think he's
Yeah,
really funny.
He's really good.
Yeah.
One of his jokes that I've always enjoyed is, why is there a lock on the door of the 24/7 shop? It's good.
He's a thoughtful man.
It's good. You know, it's open all the time, Claire.
No, I just like his squeaky voice.
Yeah, oh, that's
I
fine.
don't like
as well.
jokes.
But no, I only caught the end the other day, but it was brilliant. Des was singing a medley of Buddy Holly songs.
He doesn't quite sing, does he? He sort of
it's talking,
It's,
right?
it's like pulling your punch. Oh, my soul is on my way from nothing.
I have that exact
you know-
feeling about somebody very, 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 very freaking famous right now. It's a she. I'm not going to say who, but she doesn't sing. She does not. And she just talks melodically. Ish. And I think it's hilarious because every time she does a song with somebody else that is famous and is a singer, it's amazing how they outshine her because she doesn't sing. And yet she has all the fame. Make your conclusions as you wish. But, I mean, nobody's changing my mind about that.
He can't actually...
He's not actually singing, it's talking. It's kind of talking the words.
Yeah.
But he knew Buddy, apparently, and he toured with him. So
I am an antichrist. I'm an antichrist. It never quite finished. It's lovely.
No, he's great.
He's got no breath. But,
Right. But it's the adverts in between.
he
those
is
things.
73 though.
He's amazing for it.
Doing well, isn't he?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good
Sorry,
looking
who's 73?
Des O'Connor.
Is he seriously?
Yeah. I think so.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's doing
Amazing.
well.
Yeah, good luck to him.
Dude, today I saw my ex 90-year-old neighbor, and I say ex because I moved, not because she died, which would be really weird to have seen her today. 90. And today she, like, confirmed it because we were talking. I got to talking with her, and age came up because she said she was going to a birthday, and I was like, how old is the person turning? And she's like, what, me? I'm 90. She was, like, so proud of it, which she should be. She looks frickin' amazing. Easy. She looks under 70, dude. She has a cane. Doesn't even need it. It's amazing. Like, I don't know if I would aspire to get to that age that well because I don't want to get that far in life. Like, 90 is a lot, okay? I say that now. Maybe if I do get there, I'd be like, no, I want to be 150. I don't know. But 90 is a lot. But in her, like, condition, holy hell, admirable is probably the best word for it. Also amazing, because you see, I see people, you know, posting their grandmamas, you know, on Instagram all the time. Oh, my granny just turned 90 and whatever. And it's like, whoa. Sorry. But it kind of looks like the worm in, like, SpongeBob, the one that was in the wheelchair. They're mummified, okay? Some of them ain't doing so great. But my neighbor, she's kicking ass, man.
Connor. Yeah. Raise your glasses. And all you listening at home. So
I'd love to see him interview Louise Woodward.
Yeah, indeed.
Do you want to hear some Louise Woodward? I have had some calls.
But I don't know if they're true or not, though, do you? What
No,
did
it's
you
true.
hear?
Well, I think one of the...
Oh, we
studying
mustn't...
law...
No, we mustn't say that shop that she works in.
No, wouldn't say
Okay,
that. But
in case it's...
I'm sure I read the same thing, Steve. Someone said they read that she was studying law, and I think I read that because she knows so much about it.
Yeah.
Now she
She's
decided
going
to
through
go
the system, yeah.
You never know
study
when it
herself.
comes in useful.
But she has been spotted in various parts of the country selling all manner of things.
Okay, brilliant.
And, so who
What,
knows?
door to door?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, but because she knows so much, I feel like that's like somebody saying, oh man, I've eaten so much beef in my life, I just became a butcher. Because, I mean, it made sense. Like, what? Okay.
Hello,
Look,
I'm from Mothercare.
We've got to stop this now. We've got to stop this now. It's not
Okay,
fair.
that's that.
It's all water under the bridge.
Anyway, let's play a record. Let's play a record, Claire. No, I'll talk about it later.
We're scared
I think,
now.
Yeah, we've just got ourselves in trouble. I think we just need to go and consult our lawyers.
Would you like some Peter Gabriel?
Oh, this is a beautiful track. And it was actually in Vanilla Sky, so a bit of resurgence. This is Salisbury Hill. Peter Gabriel, what a lovely track that is. Salisbury Hill on XFM 104.9.
All I know about Salisbury
Gervais,
is they have
Steve
steak,
Merchant,
right? Is
Claire
that the same?
Sturgis.
You know, if Carl was here, do you know what he'd want now?
Probably ads, no.
Some adverts.
Freaks.
Do you want some now?
Oh, it's what Carl would have wanted.
Okay. For Carl, then, some ads.
Placebo.
He must be
Bitter
on it.
End. XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais. Steve Merchant. Claire Sturgis in for Carl Pilkington.
Doing a good
who's
job.
in Madeira.
Indeed. Is that where the cake's from?
Yep. It's his name after, I think, yeah.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
It's nice, lovely. It's sort of,
I don't know where Madeira is.
it's sort of off Africa.
Okay.
But it's, I think,
Don't a lot of
Portuguese.
old people go there? Is
There
that
are
right?
a lot of old people there.
Like
there are a lot of
Florida?
old
Well,
people
Carl
there.
is essentially a
He's old before his
50-year-old
time,
man in the body
yeah.
of a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. I think it
Whereas Ricky Gervais...
Whoa.
Oh,
Party by the pool, it was. It was actually really good. I'd much prefer that than, we went to, Greece once, and we wandered in this place by mistake going through this, and it was just full of people in Everton shirts and
Full of
Liverpool
Greek
shirts
people.
and just drinking lager. Like, oh, where's the fun in that? And just, I can't, the idea of Butlins, millions of families screaming around would drive me
Butlins
mental.
is the most extraordinary place I've ever been to. I went there with a bunch of
We
friends.
can't slag it off, but I mean, not Butlins specifically, just anything.
No, I'm not slagging Butlins off.
No.
It's just
But it
it
is
was
an
just
I've never been to
an
Butlins.
extraordinary
Yeah.
place. The bars themed. One bar themed in the Wild West style,
Brilliant.
but a tribute band to Status Quo playing.
Really?
It was extraordinary. So you walk in the swing doors, and then Status Quo playing, and everyone else is all the staff dressed in cowboy outfits,
Okay.
And cowgirl
I love when
outfits,
people do
serving
sound
drink
effects
bits,
to their
playing,
stories, I'm
and everyone
sorry.
else is all the staff dressed in cowboy outfits, and cowgirl outfits, serving drinks.
I've told you this before, but I sneaked into Butlins. We sneaked in one night, and we didn't know what was on, and they were serving lager and chips, and there's just loads of families and lots of northern men in short sleeve shirts and kids running around and stuff. And so they just arranged the chairs in the sort of dance hall, and they went, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the entertainment for this evening is David Copperfield, not the magician. And it was the bloke from Three of a Kind.
Of course.
He came out. He did it all. He did all the jokes. He did all
Okay.
the... Hello, how are you?
Oh,
you're
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
to people in the audience. And then his
Wait, I'm
finale...
sorry.
You know, to people in the audience. And
the
then
magician.
his finale was he stood on a chair because there wasn't a stage, and he did classical gas, seriously, on guitar. And then they went out, right, and he went, thanks for it. He went off, and they stopped clapping, and he came back on to get his jacket.
Oh dear! Oh no!
Yeah, it was great.
weird 'cause
There was also a girl-boy duo in blue satin called Joint Effort, which I was loving. And at the end, right, it was on, I think it was on a Saturday night, so people were leaving sort of the next day, or Friday night, they're leaving the next day, and the kids and that were sort of like going to Redcoats, and they were crying, right? And all the Redcoats and Joint Effort and... they did We Are the World.
Oh wow!
Amazing. What an amazing
I
night
don't
that
think you
was.
can make this up, dude.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
are incredible places.
yeah.
Joint effort. I don't think I saw a documentary. I'm sure I saw a documentary which is finding out what the likes of David Copperfield are up to now.
It's yeah.
And he was a thatcher, wasn't he? Wasn't he mending roofs?
I think so, yeah. I
And
think
I'm
you're
sure
right,
I saw
yeah.
him saying,
The
they
magician
said,
or
would
not
you
the
not,
magician?
you know, would you not want to be back on primetime TV? And he said, do you know, I think I prefer mending roofs.
Well,
I'm not sure.
well, he's probably he's probably the same as David Van Day with that advert when he said he got to the point where I prefer to sell burgers than records.
No, you didn't. You never preferred selling burgers, David.
Have you watched any of the Reborn in the
I
USA?
love it.
You see,
Absolutely love
I've
it.
missed it, and I'm
I reckon
gutted.
it's Hadley or Cox. It's Hadley or Cox all the
gutted.
way. I reckon.
Who's Clocks?
We close our eyes, we never do him.
What band is that? What band is that?
Go West.
Go West.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's probably the best singer in a sort of stand-up
And
cabaret
how
way.
does it work? Do they
I
get-
love how equally, just as Carl is so open to miming and doing the, like, when they have to play characters, what's it called? Role play. I love how open Ricky is to singing. And yes, I know he was a singer at some point, Shauna dancing and all that. But I love how he's just always so open to it. I also love that they just started conversing, and I think they might have forgotten they're on air on the radio.
Voted out as they go around?
Yeah.
So like Sonia's gone,
No, there's two from the studio audience, 2 are nominated, the lowest, I think the lowest people, and then Britain, people in Britain, vote one back on the bus.
Can I just ask why they're doing it in the States? Why didn't they just do it in this country?
Well, because it was meant to be relaunch their career without prejudice, I assume, and also as an excuse to go to America, I suppose, and people not know him. Although fame is creeping in, I think a lot of people recognise Tony Hadley.
Yeah.
Particularly when he sang True at karaoke.
That's the fakest smile I've ever seen!
No, but,
that's like when a kid goes to picture day and he's 8 years old and the cameraman says smile and like, oh my god. Okay. It's just...
Particularly when he sang True at karaoke.
Yes.
No, but,
Is he as good as ever?
He's fine. He's a bit dramatic, but he's alright.
Now, from your sort of, your brief pop phase, are any of these faces familiar to you? Did you ever bump into them?
Oh, no, but no, no.
You never hung out with Hadley, or...?
No, we all lived in the same house.
Yeah, you did didn't you have a run-in with Bucks Fizz?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Once, once when we were going up to do, a TV show, and A&R man had just forgotten about us, and we were there. We were at the airport. We didn't have the tickets, and so Bucks Fizz were doing the same show, and I remember they tried to smuggle us through. They had sort of like them and their crew, and they just like showed us the tickets and went through, and they went, well, like that would work. And they went, I went, oh, okay, sorry.
Did the 2 girls stand in the lobby and whip off their skirts? Everyone was sidetracked while you legged it through.
Well, I was on the shoulders of Bobby G, and wearing a really long coat.
Yeah.
And they went, Bobby, what a lot. He went, yes, I am taller now.
You're a lot taller in the flesh than you are on top of the pops.
Yeah.
And fatter.
I wasn't fat then.
You weren't fat then, no, you're right.
Yeah, no, but I love it. And the other thing I've been watching is American Pop Idol.
Right,
that was last night. It's great, really good, yeah.
This is Simon Cowell?
Ruben's going to win. Huh?
Is that the one that Jerry Halliwell is part of?
No, this is Randy Jackson, What's Up Dog, Paula Abdul, and Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
But Simon Cowell makes so much more sense in that context. Yeah. Because they're all... You know, you're great, and they stand up and they clap, and he goes, oh, sit down, it was all right, and it makes so much more sense, you know what I mean? Over here, it's a bit of a pantomime sort of drama queen, but over there, he's suddenly
the sort of voice of
sanity. Exactly, yeah. But,
maybe
that's the trash TV that, I watched.
That you've watched.
Yeah. But no, Reborn's funny. But again, once again, public are stupid. They voted out, Dollar. That was driving everyone mad, and there was fights.
Because they really were nasty to
because
Sonia.
you know, they really went for it. They voted out Chris Eubank.
In Celebrity Big Brother.
Keep him in.
I don't think the public should be allowed to vote on TV shows. I don't think they know what's best for them. It does strike me that, like, in the golden age of EastEnders, if people had said, do you want to vote out, Dirty Dan, they'd have gone, yeah, he's nasty.
I know, yeah, that's that confusion, either with entertainment and punishing people, yeah. They should keep them in and then make them lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've had all the best of both worlds.
What about the new celebrity, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out?
Now, who's in that? The one...
Daniela Westbrook.
Yeah.
Catalina, that model.
Yeah. Don't know her.
Yeah, exactly.
The one from...
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Why does he want
You've got someone to cook, ain't you? That one from Changing... Yeah, no...
Restaurateur?
That one from Changing... Yeah, the girl from Changing Rooms.
Yeah, Linda Barker.
Yeah. Oh, Phil Tufnell.
Who?
Phil Tufnell.
Yeah, who are these people?
I'm gonna put some money on him to win. I reckon he's gonna win. Because apparently he's sort of funny and nice and everything. And, yeah.
Would you ever do any of those?
Absolutely not. No.
I genuinely think if you were in the Celebrity Big Brother...
Like, this is talk of friends in a pub that haven't seen each other. Like, they see each other every week, so they kind of don't have a lot to talk about. You know, like, everybody knows the big thing in each other's lives, so they just talk like, oh, what did you see on TV this week? Like, did you see any movies? You know, when you see people really often, it's kind of hard to, unless something really big happened since the last time you saw them in your life or in their life, like, it's kind of hard to get to that small talk. So you just talk about, you know, TV, sports, weather, and that kind of stuff. This is, like, very much this. and on the radio. And they're not, like, including us at all, because sometimes they say, oh, yeah, the listeners or this or that, they're not going to know what we're talking about, or, you know, what do you guys think? Send an email. They're just chatting. That's it. Okay.
But immediately,
you would be
voted
voted
out.
out. It would be before the public get a chance to vote.
Yeah.
The housemates would have got you out somehow.
Yeah.
They'd have
Or
got you
they'd have
out.
left.
Or they'd have left. Yeah,
I
they'd have
might
all walked out.
win. I might win by
I kind
default.
of feel
They-
like I'm, like, on a train listening to three friends talking. I'm just kind of eavesdropping. Like, I don't belong here listening to that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. I'm just like, they found a way to, like, not make the listeners a part of it at all, at least this part. And I have we're talking about shows from 2003, people that were not even famous in 2003, because most, like, they don't even know who the other's talking about. So it's just like, okay, absolutely no info whatsoever. I know what American Idol is. I saw, like, the first 2 seasons. Fun fact, my brother was in the semifinal episode in the audience of the first season because he was just walking around the streets, like, in LA with his friends, and I don't remember, Hollywood, I don't know where the hell he was, but LA. And he was just walking around, and they're like, hey, we got a bunch of empty seats here. We need to fill them. You want to go? Sure. You want to go be part of American Idol? And he was there in the crowd. So, was that a fun fact? Was it really? Nah. But whatever.
All climbed over the roof like that guy Sandy.
Yeah.
They've all climbed out, like, within the first 10 minutes.
I saw Sandy the other day, actually. Doing
Still on the run, is he?
Just climbing over. Get off my roof.
I got really excited in
Really?
Selfridge.
Does he look like a wombat up close?
No, he's really good looking.
Shut
No,
up.
seriously. I saw him in the hat section at Selfridges because he's a personal shopper, telling
Yeah,
them
well,
they look gorgeous.
Jane went there specifically to meet Sandy.
No,
just
did
for, like,
she?
yeah.
I got really
What, is
excited.
he working there?
Yeah,
he's a
he always
personal
was.
shopper. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Does he sign autographs and stuff?
I'm sure he
No,
does.
he calls himself Alex now.
What?
Eh?
Yeah, he's not allowed to
What?
call him Sandy at Selfridges. What should we say and get him
today,
sacked?
Ross?
Get him voted out of Selfridges household. Oh,
What, is he a
dear.
personal shopper?
Yeah.
That's just to me the epitome of indulgence. If you've got money to spend
I
on a
would love
personal
to do
shopper,
that. Oh, I'd love to do that.
man alive.
No, you don't-
is that someone who pushes your trolley? Is that how it
No,
works?
you just say.
Can I get one of those in Waitrose?
No, it's like asking an assistant. You go, I need some black trousers and some brown shoes and this range. And they go, okay, and they go and get you a range, so you don't have to go. It's not like.
Yeah, but I still
someone,
love it. Oh.
Yeah.
But you have to pay for it. It's not.
No, you don't pay for the service. You pay for the
Depends,
clothes
I
if you
think.
buy them. It's
Really?
not. Yeah, it's not like
What, me and
the
Steve, can we
Lady
do it
Di
later on
having
then?
Harrods opened for her.
So
It's
I could walk in there and get Sandy,
Of course
from
you
Big
could.
Brother, to just do
And
some
Steve,
shopping.
let's
in
do
for me.
fact, I'd
Let's
love you
do
to.
it.
But could I get him, like, once he's finished in Selfridges, could he pop to the co-op for me?
No,
Or like
he can't
HMV.
do that. No, he can't do that.
What, seriously? So there'd be people queuing up, wouldn't there?
Well, why? Selfridges, you can't. People don't go and shop in Selfridges for the sake of it to meet Sandy, do they?
No, but to get a personal shopper, why wouldn't everyone have one?
I
don't
think
understand why.
he's like confusing the word personal shopper, which to me what they're describing is just like somebody that works at any clothes shop. Like, hey, do you have this in orange, or do you have this shirt in a size 14, or I don't know. I apparently don't shop for clothes. But you know what I mean? Like, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'll bring you one. I got one in the back. Like, I think they're confusing that. And I think Smirch is taking it to the level of like butler kind of level of just like being on top of you for your every need. Yeah, I think, yeah, no. Yeah, I think he's messing up with this one because he's like,
Why wouldn't everyone have one? I don't understand why everyone wouldn't
Well,
do
they
it if they're not
can.
charging you for it.
Oh, Steve, you and me later on.
I'll tell you this, I don't think people realise that, Rick. He's going to be inundated now.
You know, when you go to Selfridges, you will not be able to buy that suit you got for £97. It's a lot more expensive than that.
What?
You can't.
105?
You can't get shoes for £29 in there.
I'm not bothering.
No, exactly. You see,
worth
that's where you're going to come unstuck.
It's not worth
I'd
it.
love a great record now, Claire.
Okay.
I'm going back to Bristol this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
I am going to be... I've got £100 to spend, so I'm looking to get a 3-piece suite,
Yeah,
dinner suit,
yeah.
You know, and you know, who knows,
A wife.
well.
A man needs a maid,
You know,
just
I think
after
my
they're
sister's back.
talking about...
The new single
I
from
missed what they were
Radiohead.
saying, but just after they were
wife.
talking about the personal shopper was funny.
You know, and you know, who knows,
A
who knows,
wife.
well. Possibly. You know, I think my sister's back.
The new single from Radiohead.
What do you make of it?
I love Radiohead, so I'm prejudiced, and I like just about everything they do. You know, I still play the Bends regularly. I had to replace it on CD because I wore it out.
Really?
I just think it's amazing. I think they're great. They're coming in, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they're coming in a couple of times. I think Phil and Ed, two of my favourites, are doing Zoe in a few weeks. And I think Tom York is going to be doing John Kennedy on Exposure, doing one of those album playbacks where he comes in and
I
talks
think
about each track.
he's so shy as well.
Yeah.
He came into Uli once, and he was just so shy. He hated it all because people were looking at him. And, he's great. He's brilliant.
A toast.
Funny little
for
fella.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, Tom, and all the lads.
Don't eat too many eggs, boys.
Oh, calm down, you crazy guys. No, we were talking earlier about the fact, because I've been ill this week, and so I've just been lying on the sofa, you know, dosed up. I was a bit feverish as well in the week, and I, at one point, I had a real kind of movie. If I'm ill, I like to be like you're ill in the movies, and I was tossing and turning in bed. I had the fever. I was waking up. I was sweating, all sorts, and I keep waking up really early, and I'm sort of watching daytime TV for hours, and the adverts that you see in the daytime. I mean, because we do actually work. A lot of people think we just doss around all day, but we do actually work, and so I don't get to see TV in the day much. And the adverts, it's not adverts you see at night during. I
know.
They're incredible, and it's like.
Was it for surgical stockings?
Well, a lot of them are either aimed at people who basically are waiting to die.
Right.
It would seem, or
I love that advert. Waiting to die.
well, they are a bit like that. I mean, there's a couple. There's one with Christopher Timothy. He sat in a pub on his own, just having a pint in the afternoon. I think this was before he. I think it was before he became a doctor. He's having a pint on his own, looking through the job
He's had a
ads.
good career, and he vet, doctor. I think he's always wanted to play a lawyer.
Yeah. And he basically says in so many words, I can't remember it verbatim, but he basically says, you know, you're probably getting on a bit. You're not going to be around forever. You could drop dead tomorrow. Have you made provisions for your children and your family and your wife? And I think you at home were supposed to go, oh Christ, I haven't.
Oh.
And I was feeling my testicles earlier. They are a bit lumpy.
Yeah.
Oh no. You know, or
I had to bend down quite low to feel them.
exactly.
So, you know, I am getting on a bit.
Exactly.
In fact, what I do now is pull them towards me and kick them up like Beckett with the ball.
Yeah.
And on the way back down, I have a quick feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when the kids come to visit.
Yeah.
And,
Stop playing with Grandad's testicles. Where have you put them? Where have you put them? We've put them on the mantel. Oh, you little devils, go on with you. Do you want a Werther's original?
And, that's another advert you see constantly, Werther's Originals. So they've got those, and then they've got the adverts which I always love, which are adverts for, any kind of, you know, Claims Direct, or any of those things. It's just, invariably the's a reconstruction of an accident that might happen, someone tripping over a paving slab. There's one which is particularly chilling, of a guy who, I think he's with his kid watching football, and he's thinking to himself, you know, oh, I bet he's thinking, I wish I could join in. And it flashes back, and there he is up a ladder, on a very shiny surface, with no one supporting it, frankly. Which is
asking for trouble.
Frankly, I blame him.
Yeah.
And then it topples for no reason. I don't know why it topples.
Right.
Wind, let's say.
Yeah.
Whenever I see it, I always think...
He never walks again.
well, he falls off it.
Did he smash his face in? Did he fall on a spike? Because if he's going to go up that ladder on a shiny surface
Unattended.
with no one holding it, right? Did he fall backwards on his head? The little...
Worse still,
Right,
Gervais.
did he do the splits and crush his nuts?
Worse than that,
One.
he made a considerable lump sum of cash thanks to the efforts of one of those claims
God.
companies.
Oh, no.
All right? His negligence has seen him £3,000 richer.
Steve, was there a yokel with a pitchfork looking up as he fell on it?
Nothing.
That pitchfork, it's missing some tongs, man. That's a two-fork. It should have at least 3, no? You know, maybe 4, best 5, but 2? Ugh, anyway, I used to freaking love, when I was like 13, 14, 15, I used to love the infomercials they would have at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., especially when they were selling like just the stupidest kitchen products ever. just ever. Kind of like in Friends when Joey did the spout for the milk and the juice thing. Stuff like that. That's the quality of stuff. But they would make like this whole event and maybe a commercial or those, not commercials, but those programs. They would spend like 20 minutes on just one product. That was so ridiculously stupid and useless. But oh my God, did I want those products, man. They did such a good job. There was one specific one that, it just stuck with me forever. And I still kind of want it, man. I've never seen it in the shops, but I still want it. It was this stupid thing where it was like a cup. You would put whole vegetables in the cup and it would, and you would put it on, like there were knives and you would press it 3 times and it would dice like an onion or bell pepper or whatever, perfectly diced. And it was just, I don't remember, it was like the chop, or it had the stupidest name too. I always wanted one of those things. But oh man, I used to like just genuinely enjoy watching that when I couldn't sleep. And then every once in a while there would be like a very weird product for like erectile dysfunction or something like, okay, time to go to sleep.
Oh,
He fell off. I think he must have bruised his ankle or strained a ligament.
That's not enough. That hasn't taught him anything.
Well, it's not taught him a lesson. In fact, if anything, it has encouraged him to just be more
Do it
full
again.
in the future.
Oh,
Because if you're going to dish out
Christ.
5 grand willy-nilly to these people,
Yeah.
these lunatics, these oafs, these simpletons.
Do you know one of my favourite adverts was the one in sort of the back of those glossy magazines you get given away, and there was always an old woman, and she'd fallen right in her front porch or whatever, and she was just reaching out, but she was too weak to reach the phone. So it was sort of like you carry a little button around with you that you press.
Yeah.
I love the idea of that.
I
She
make
looked so
fun of my mom with
vulnerable.
that so much.
That was my.
But it's just that I always feel with those kind of those claims adverts that it's almost like saying, I'm not going to say it explicitly.
Yeah.
Here are some ideas for you.
Yeah.
You know, paving slabs.
Get it,
Is
get
there
it.
one near you?
Yeah.
Could you have a little trip?
Exactly. Yeah.
If you've got a step ladder.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything,
But maybe you know,
read between the lines.
the shiny floor.
There is money to be made.
There's adverts in the back of those. Do you remember Innovations catalogue?
Well, I just read this week, Innovations catalogue is being closed down.
Gutted.
Wait, what?
Is
It
it
said,
Innovations catalogue?
Ricky, I'm a gadget geek. I flick through the Innovations catalog and think that gives me the edge over other men. None of it does. Of course. Prince, please tell me you added that bit of Ricky Gervais. And that's not like an actual catalog. That's amazing. Okay, I love the lighted slippers. Okay, there's the name. Beautiful. I don't know what the glasses or the cat is, but I would tomorrow's products today. I would love this catalog. I love stupid shit like this, man. I absolutely love it. I want one of those. And this was such like an early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s thing, because now everything exists, no matter how stupid it is, especially if you like go to shops where they have like stuff imported from like Japan and Korea and stuff. They have some weird, they have everything you can imagine and in the silliest shapes and colors. Like they'll give you a pocket knife or like a Swiss Army knife, but it'll be Hello Kitty. What? And it'll also have like an ice pack.
It's being closed down.
Gutted.
Yeah. The
Is it
Innovations
really?
catalogue, which is, it used to go to something like
I'll tell you
50
what,
million homes or something.
I love the Innovations catalogue. You do think, well, I could do with that. Because I want... Well,
I've never thought that.
I do. I want to spend money on an advantage in life. Like, you know, I want the power packs and hoverboards and things that
Same.
like to see through walls. Just for 19.99.
Yeah,
They
that's-
don't work, do they? I bought oxygen. Did you really? I bought oxygen.
What do you mean you bought oxygen?
Well, me and my mate were sort of like running. It was about like I don't know 1987. And me and my mate Wally, we were doing long distance running together. We were trying to get good. And I thought I'll just have some oxygen before the race. And
What do you mean some oxygen? It's there, free in the air. What are you talking about?
Oh, you got some big canisters.
A canister of oxygen?
I love that she has.
It didn't work. It just smelled like you were sniffing mints. I couldn't get any in. I just.
But what was it supposed to do?
Well, you know, oxygenated blood so you can...
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know
Makes you
why.
slightly red
And how
in
much
the
was
face.
it?
I don't know, I can't remember. But
Mine was $19.99. It was a big canister.
It was rubbish.
Why did you buy it, Terje? I mean, he was at least doing a job.
But that's the same
Doing a
reason.
job.
I was
But it
was
does seem to me
training.
that, because the problem with the innovations catalogue is that for the few idiots that buy stuff like you,
Yeah.
there are hundreds, thousands who just looked through it and laughed at the absurdity of, you know, a motorised tie rack.
I bought
I
the
know,
Abs
yeah.
mask.
I'm both. I laugh at it all, but I want it all. Like, if I was a bajillionaire, I'd buy everything. I would have a special room in my Gitana-shaped mansion for just dumb shit, man. I freaking love it.
Who is so
the Abs
lazy that they
master?
need that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
about that.
The abs master. I worked for a while answering the mail, and opening the mail for returns. It wasn't the innovations people, but it was it was, if that's the kind of middle class version, this was a very much more working class thing. It was, you know, how to get hot dogs out of a tin and all the rest of it. And there was stuff in there was incredible. There was one
sausages in a
item
toaster.
that was in the catalogue, and it was yeah, I know, like me, you've probably thought to yourself, I just haven't got time to boil the kettle and fill up my hot water bottle.
Oh, I
You
know,
thought that
yeah,
takes upwards of a minute and a half to do. What I need is some kind of state-of-the-art kind of plastic container with some kind of blue gel inside, which I put in the microwave, and that
Really?
heats up, right? So that was what this device was. You put it in the microwave, you buzz it in there for like 30 seconds, saving yourself, you know,
Yeah.
a minute
There you go.
of
at least,
preparation
yeah.
time. And we used to get them sent back. I swear to God, they would send that. They'd be split.
Yeah, they
Old
exploded,
women
yeah.
saying, I'd heated something in the microwave, I went to sleep, it split asunder, and the blue gel scorched my legs. I've got third-degree burns. And do you know
Old
what
woman with a scolding. Call claims direct.
But do you know what I used to do? I used to say, do they not sue over this stuff? And they told me, they said, they never sue, they're not, you know, they're old ladies, they don't realise they can sue. What we normally do is send them a replacement. So I'd have to send replacements back to these old women who had scalded their legs.
No.
We didn't even send them the money back, we just sent them a replacement.
That's
I mean,
awful.
unbelievable.
That's awful. One time, I mean, I'm not inviting you to look for this, obviously, but in one of the many, many streams I have of when I used to stream and game and stuff, I had one of those hot water bottle things in my lap because it was really cold. I think I had a tummy ache or something, and I was streaming anyway, and I had it in my lap, and I was wearing shorts, so it wasn't cold. So I guess my tummy just hurt. And it burst and burnt the crap out of my legs live. It's on my channel somewhere. I have no idea where, don't ask. I don't know what I was playing. I don't remember when this was, but that happened, and that hurt so bad. It freaked me out too, because I was just like chilling, and then suddenly my legs were like immediately burning. Awful experience. But I would be so... I obviously didn't do anything because there's nothing to do here or then or whatever. But if I were to have complained and they sent me another one, I would be so freaking pissed. I'd throw it out because that's obviously a faulty product, but whatever.
Unbelievable. Sometimes I always felt
And a
like
new pair of tights, at least.
at least.
And sheets, bed
Yeah.
sheets, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Imagine that, though.
I did have an abs mask. One of those things that, you know, you try it on. Jane bought it for me for a birthday once. And
The
the electronic thing, you put it on,
that
right?
hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I turned it full up, right? And at one
Now,
point...
what's this? Sorry, I don't understand what this
You
is.
try it, put it round you, it sticks to your body, and it's an electrical charge, and
I
and
remember
it's like
those.
doing sit-ups. Every time it does it, it's like you're doing a sit-up, but without you sitting up, right?
Right.
And at one point, I had it on, I'd done it for a few weeks, and at one point, I was laying on the couch in my pants with this on, watching telly, drinking a bottle of wine and eating cheese. She said, I don't think it works like that. I thought, if this works, it's the greatest invention of all time.
It's like you can eat, and it's wearing it, it's kind of working it off for you as you're eating.
I know, yeah. Oh,
That'd be
dear.
amazing.
If only.
That'd be great. I did see one
Take
thing in one of
note.
those little magazines once, and this is hilarious, right? What it was, it's a bloke in a wheelchair, right? And then there's another one of him, and it's raining, so he's got a cagoule on that covers him and his wheelchair.
Oh, no.
And just his little face. So it looks like somebody's covered a motorbike in, and it's just his little face. I thought that was great. Oh, dear. Oh.
Innovations is finished.
That
It's
is
over.
great. It's all over. Should we have a
It's
record?
over.
It'd be lovely,
A
wouldn't it?
toast to the innovations
To the
catalogue.
toast to
You
innovations.
have provided nothing of much use for 15 years.
I
Oh,
love it.
happy egg. Well, I mean,
Are you sure that's not part of the song? Because, you know, Pink
good
Floyd, you know what they're like.
These
They're up to their old sonic tricks.
all the
Good
newfangled
song.
sort of trickery and that weirdness.
I mean, like...
Well, it's a shame. It is a shame.
It is a great song.
Yeah, but
I don't know what to do with it.
it's too annoying. We've got to stop it.
Yeah.
What?
Are we putting a pay to it?
Oh,
It's gone.
yeah.
Oh, switch it off, Claire.
Yeah.
I don't know, because that always plays fine on my home system, so I don't know if it's something that Sturgis has done. You haven't got your big greasy thumbprints over it, have you?
Got it.
What were you
I thought
eating
the
earlier?
song was annoying.
Because I saw you eating a huge hog roast as I came in.
And throwing the bones
Yeah,
behind her.
exactly, like Henry VIII.
Okay.
Nothing changes, Ricky.
Oh
no.
dear, never mind. Well,
See, the problem
that's
is...
ruined the whole show for me.
what-
It was going so well.
What worries me, Rick, is because this show is so carefully planned,
Yeah,
that's
that
left a minute and a half
That
gap.
can throw us all out.
Time.
Bet.
Do you think that'll do
Yeah.
it? People
Yeah.
love them.
Great.
They
Go
play
back
more
tomorrow.
adverts
Wise words
with
unless you're
Claire
talking
than
about pension plans.
with Carl,
That's
unless
Feeder
they're
on
like cut
XFM
out.
104.9.
Wise
Ricky
words.
Gervais, Steve Merchant, Claire Sturgis. Competition time. I haven't got the usual competitions of songs of phrase and monkey news and the
miss
other
them, miss
the
them.
other Carl nonsense. You know, I'm not.
There's no cheapest
Film
chimps.
stuff.
There's no cheapest chimps
It's
this
all
week. I'm
right. It's back
devastated.
next week. It's
Well,
back next
I
week.
don't know.
Although, let's do a quick cheapest chimps. Okay. So, chimpanzee that. Cheapest chimps. Do you know how much a chimp is, Steve, to
Not
buy?
really, no.
55 grand. Okay, the
Okay.
competition is this. We've got 5 tickets.
No,
Five
we've got
pairs
five
of
pairs
tickets,
of
yeah,
tickets,
to
yeah.
give away to the new Spike Lee film, 25th Hour. And I've seen this, and it's really great. It's got Ed Norton in it and Philip Seymour Hoffman. Really good. It's an 18 certificate, so
I've
you
never
can
seen
only
that movie. Is
call
it
up and get into this free if you are over 18.
Or unless you look 18.
Yeah,
you
let's
could probably
face it,
get-
as long as you look
exactly.
18, yeah.
I don't think they're going to ask for ID on the door.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you look like 14, then there's no chance.
And you probably get some fags and beer as well
yeah,
on the way.
exactly.
Yeah.
But if you're 16, 17, you look old enough, you've got a
Yeah.
bit of facial hair, go for it.
Yeah. Or wear a long beard.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
No, we're not going to condone that. Please be 18 years or over.
Yeah.
It is an illegal offence.
Exactly.
Their
Call
lawyers are not going to be happy
08700
today.
800 1234.
Oui.
And as it is such a great film, we're going to do the competition is this. Do you want to go to this? A, yes. B, no.
No.
So,
C, I'm not sure I can make it Wednesday. Any chance Thursday?
D, I think I'll wait for it to come out on video, you know.
E, I don't really like Spike Lee. I'm a racist.
Call in. So,
Hang on, we should just point out that, yeah, it's Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Did we make that clear?
Yeah.
Wednesday at
Wednesday
6
6,
o'clock.
yeah.
A, yes. B, no. C, Wednesday's no good for me. D, I'll wait for it to come on video. E, I don't like Spike Lee. I'm a racist.
Yeah. What is it? 08700 800 1234?
That's the number, yeah.
Okay, bother Claire with that.
I'm gonna...
The answer's A, by the way. Correct answer.
No, nice
If you
one.
want to go, that is.
Yeah.
But tell the truth.
I'd love to have some more music.
Yeah, sweet.
I feel some Smiths.
Oh,
classic.
Yeah.
Reel Around the Fountain.
Good choice.
Smiths, Reel Around the Fountain. XFM 104.9. Well, we've given those away then.
Yeah, it went very well.
Have you got enough
Okay.
now? You don't need
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
people.
got them all, yeah. Everyone said the correct answer. A,
good.
they would love to go. One person, actually, who was it? It was Tom, said C, but his sister Sarah would love to go. So
Oh, well, good luck to Sarah. I hope she's over 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause otherwise that is illegal. Here's to the rules.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Easter.
I don't know why. I'm in a
You
cheat.
didn't
I'm just
say
in a mood for
Happy
toasting
Easter.
things.
When's
I just- I
Easter?
think
Is it
it's 'cause
Easter?
It's Easter.
Yeah.
Like the next day?
And we know what
God
that
bless
means,
him.
don't we?
God bless him.
Eggs. Go on.
Absolutely. Well, what we were chatting about the innovations catalogue, and it just because I've just been flipping here through the TV magazine, which comes free with the Sun, and
Is there anything on the back? A plate
there's
or
all
a figure?
the white trash that must buy this rubbish. I mean,
know.
this one. I don't know how you describe that. There,
Oh!
classy, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
dear.
a porcelain doll of a young woman.
Looks like Ginger Spice with her hair up in a blue dress.
Yeah, it is strictly limited to 9,500.
Not
Oh, am I going to get
ugly,
one?
though.
Well,
Well, it
why,
says,
why did we waste time with this show? Shouldn't I have been calling?
Well, look, it says.
How much is it?
Well, she can be yours for the special half-price offer of just £94.50.
Is that all, really? You're not winding me up, are you,
Half
Steve? You're not winding me up, because if I look at it, it's 940, because I think it should be. I will go mental, because
Well, hang on, let
I
me-
would love that porcelain piece of shit for 100 quid on my shelf.
The
Hang
dress
on a minute,
is nice.
Rick. Let me just read you some of the write-up.
Who buys that? They think it's art.
It's classy. Well, hang on, I think this blurb will change your mind.
Go on then. Okay. Well, I'm just okay.
Her name is quite simply Dearest Rose.
I'll have it.
And she's portrayed here holding a beautiful...
Well, I mean, of course it's going to be Dearest Rose, isn't it?
Let me read it,
It's
because
not going to be... Her name is Bert.
Dearest Rose is portrayed here holding a beautiful bouquet of roses given to her by her lover. She has gently plucked some of them and placed them in her chestnut hair.
Oh,
She is wearing a
Oh,
gown...
that's filthy. She is as well. She's stuffing them up
on her head.
All right, go on.
She's wearing a gown of beautiful turquoise silk. Her skirt flows to the floor, and from beneath it, you can see her dainty shoe just peeping out, decorated with a tiny handmade rose.
That is brilliant. 94
and it is beautiful, and it's
grand.
and you can pay £9.45 a month for 10 months.
Yeah.
And that can be yours. And I think you'll agree, it is just beautiful.
I mean, the best one I've ever seen, there was one that there was a doll, right, like a realistic doll, you know, a horrible, scary doll, and it was something like, you know, £100, and it said, "Call your family and tell them it's a girl." And I just imagined this 45-year-old woman with bunches and rouge on her hair, still dressed in her ballerina outfit, going, "I've had a baby, mother." "You haven't?" "I have, it's a bloody baby!" "Why do you hate me?" "It's a doll." Why do you hate me?" I mean, what sort of people are they preying on?
Well, there was one.
Just had a baby. Sorry? Call the doctor. Call the doctor. Don't call the doctor. I've had a bloody baby.
Well, I remember seeing one which just was extraordinary. I mean, again, I'm thinking specifically of the people that buy it. It was about 3 foot tall. Yeah. It was, I think, again, made of porcelain or possibly plastic. It was a baby. It was like a sort of, it was like a kind of 1-year-old baby. Like, that was the design. Wearing a Harley Davidson biker outfit. The leather cap, the jacket, the nappy.
Rather like Marlon Brando did in The Wild Bunch.
Unbelievable.
Oh, dear.
I mean, the scum. I saw recently, I was flipping through one, it was wedding rings. It was a selection of exclusive wedding rings. Imagine giving this, imagine getting down on one knee and giving your beloved a themed Lord of the Ring wedding ring.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Will you be my wife? Better still, my troll.
Oh, dear.
I mean, the scum that must be that they're preying on, like you say.
If she's
I mean,
into
unbelievable.
it, why not?
It's those sort of houses that I remember going into as a child sometimes when you met a friend from school, and you'd go into their house, and it was like a shrine. I remember some people kept the polythene on their 3-piece suite.
Yeah.
There was some when you weren't allowed in the front room. Like, we couldn't go in the front room, and it's sort of, you look around and there's all these dolls and that, and it's just like, oh God, scary. What in God's name happens in this house after dark? You know what I mean?
My grandma used to have a bunch of those little figurine things, like the Dearest Rose thing. They were so hideously made. Like, she wasn't bad. Her face was not good, but like the dress and stuff, out of the figurines I've seen, that was pretty top notch. But oh, some of the ugliest little and extremely expensive and extremely freaking fragile. Like, you sneeze close to one and it would burst, which makes it like a pain in the ass to have in the house with kids in the house. I don't know. I don't remember ever breaking one or having anybody break one, seeing anybody break one, but it's a very old lady thing.
Polythene on their sofas. It's like, who are you waiting for? What day are you going to use this? Because I'll tell you this, the Queen's never coming to tea.
Tony Blair's not going to pop in unannounced covered in grease.
No, exactly.
In dungarees.
Exactly.
I won't sit down. You can sit down. You can sit down, Tony. I've been waiting for 40 years. Look, I've had a baby. It's not a real baby. It is a baby!
Is this door locked?
Why do you hate me?
Oh, dear.
God. Call your friends and tell them it's a girl.
So if you're one of the scum that have ever bought anything from one
Trash.
of those, normally you'll get maybe commemorative plates.
I know. I'll tell you what, if I ever win the lottery, I'm going to buy all them up.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy all them up in one foul swoop.
Well, there was one,
amazing.
I think it was Cliff Richard. It was a commemorative plate of Cliff Richard.
That'd be great.
It said, Cliff never ages. Cliff never ages, and neither will this.
Really? Did it say that?
Yeah.
Tell your friends and tell you've married Cliff Richard. Look, I've married... It's a plate. It's not a plate!
It's a baby.
I've married Cliff Richard. Remember that mental case that was, thought she was married to, Mike Reed?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh,
In the last couple of I have trouble actually believing this, but there was this lady lost I don't know how much money because she got scammed into thinking she was dating Brad Pitt. Did you guys see that or hear that? That's absolutely bonkers. And it's funny because the article showed the pictures the guy used to convince her that it was Brad Pitt, and they were so fake. I don't even think it was AI. It was just horribly superposed Photoshop because they looked bad, man. They looked terrible. And again, the scam was he was in the hospital and needed money. I don't know, dude. I saw that. I read a piece of the article. I was like, nah. I mean, yes, scammers are horrible, but wow. People falling for that level of stuff makes you wonder.
Oh,
no idea.
Now, is this Mike Reed, the former DJ, or Mike Reed, the entertainer stroke actor?
It's former DJ. Mm-hmm. And it had a shot of her just prancing around in the nude with a feather boa on, saying, I'm married to Mike Reed or something.
Wow.
She was obsessed with him. That's libelous.
I mean, is she still looking for a fella? Or?
Yeah. Oh, what would you do? Imagine you're in a love triangle between her
me
and Louise Woodward.
Oh right, okay.
Would you? And they were fighting over you. And I think they can both get pretty violent.
Yeah.
I mean, if fight. I mean, no, but I mean, I'm not. I don't know
I'll tell you what I do. I do what any gentleman would do in that situation, and I'd let them wrestle it out, nude, in a hotel room.
Okay.
Just just see how they go.
Let's have a record. Sorry to
That was loud. Okay.
tell him it's a girl. Coldplay, XFM 104.9.
In fact, can I just plug something?
Go on.
Because you can hear Coldplay live tonight from 7 o'clock, the whole Earl's Court gig on XFM from 7.
Blimey.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
To Coldplay.
To Coldplay.
Happy Easter.
Happy
egg.
I knew it, dude.
Well,
What the hell?
that's about it from us, isn't it? We got,
Is
you
it?
know, to be honest, I didn't miss Carl at all.
I didn't miss Carl. In fact, I felt we worked harder. We did a better show without him. I think he's dead wood.
Well, I think that we should, tell him that we don't need him. If he turns up, it's fine. If not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that will wind him up.
Oh,
Can you imagine them actually trying to, live without Carl for weeks? Because one thing is to, fill in for one episode, 2 episodes in a row. But the way Carl dominated the show, I feel like they really struggle without him. Like today was fine because they had a lot of TV to talk about, and they really, kicked it up a notch with all those weird invention channels and the infomercials and the products and stuff. Like they got something. But filling in every week after he just dominated with all the features and the contests and the prizes and all the, the facts that aren't facts and all that. Tough, man. I think they'd really struggle with that.
If you could send, could you send Carly emails saying to Ricky or something, because he gets all those, doesn't he? Or to Carl, saying the show was better without Carl.
Yeah.
Can you please do that for us? We'll tell him the truth. He'll hear it. He'll come back and hear it. So we know it's a wind up. But I just want to see his crushed little face Monday. Is if you can send as many emails as possible saying this show was better without Carl, I will be grateful. And I promise I'll tell him the truth next week. Do you think I can do that for us?
I think so.
Is it carl.pilkington@xfm.co.uk?
Yeah. And it's Carl with a K.
Yeah,
Carl with a K.
and send some to me, because he'll read those next week as well.
Yeah, Ricky.Gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Yeah,
In
just
fact,
say
send some to me as well. And I'll pass them
and
on,
just pass them on, yeah.
And to the head of XFM.
Oh, what's his one?
Yeah.
Because he won't get in trouble, because obviously Andrew's listening, so he'll know it's a joke. But
Andrew.phillips@xfm.co.uk.
in fact, could you send a
Our marketing
load?
manager, Charlotte Soussan at XFM.
Yeah, Andrew.phillips, XFM.co.uk, just saying, it's so much better without Carl, because it's got a bit self-indulgent. He just does his same old stuff about Auntie Nora farting, and it's not big and it's not clever, and the man's a fool.
hairy
So if you do
Chinese
something like
kid.
that, make stuff up as well. Thanks very much. Happy egg.
Happy egg indeed. Can I just end with a tune?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ed Harcourt. I don't know if you've listened to his current album.
Yeah,
but
new
there's
album sounds good.
some nice treats on there. And this is one called The Birds Will Sing For Us. A nice way to end.
See you later. Cheers.
Happy Easter.
Do the email thing. Egg.
They pushed Easter so hard, dude. And I feel now that in April I'm gonna have to have a happy one. I don't even know what it is. That was a weird one. It was fun. It was entertaining. I freaking loved the topics they talked about, the ones I understood. But I feel like there were moments where I was just, eavesdropping the fourth wheel. But whatever. Carl is missed. He definitely is. But it was a good one. That was fun. And their energy and their vibe is very different when Claire's there. And Claire's like super easygoing. I like her. She's energetic. She seems like a very chill woman. So it's not a bad episode when she's there. It's just not Carl. Carl's special, man. He's the creme de la creme of the desserts. Anyway, lovely humans. Rusty Dog, thank you. Always making these a lot more understandable. I like having faces when they start shouting out random names of people that, like, even they don't know who they are. I love having faces go with the names and a little bit of context. It makes it wonderful. So thank you for that. Beautiful job. Lovely humans. Have a good weekend. And I'll be around.